Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. It's Excoundrel AFK Journey here. By the way, I'm really close, getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. Can't believe it. I didn't really think that my second channel would do that. Obviously, like, there's been loads of people who created second channels for AFK Journey, and for me, it was a bit of an experiment because I've never done a second channel before, and I don't really have that like high viewership on my main channel. Like the game that I cover is quite low in terms of audience numbers. So I wasn't expecting to like be able to drive much audience and convert much. Because to be honest with you, most people come to me because I talk like about the game rather than about myself. So a lot of people, I don't think that many people kind of, I guess, come to watch me specifically. But I feel like with this channel, it's a bit different. I feel like the people who are coming to watch me are kind of like me, and hopefully you guys like me and the content I'm producing. So I'm just really happy. And if you continue to subscribe, that'll be super awesome, guys. I'm super close to 1,000 subscribers. That'll be amazing. Now, this is going to be a video that's a bit more free-to-play friendly. So I did a video about who to ascend to Mythic Plus, and I think like that is a relatively accurate tier list. There's definitely some discussion in the comments about some things that I maybe didn't quite hit the mark on, which I think is fine. Like, things are going to change as more and more people play, and more people discover new things, and we get new heroes. I'll update that probably when Florabelle comes out, and sort of once we figure out if she's going to be good at Mythic Plus, I will probably update that tier list a bit more, and I'll probably do a full new tier list for AFK Journey in general. What I'm going to do in this video is talk a little bit about heroes that you want to get to Legendary Plus. Now, to get something to Legendary Plus is a little easier than getting something to Mythic Plus. So that's what I want to focus on for this video, because not everybody is going to be able to get things to Mythic Plus, and if you have, you've either spent some money or you've just been lucky with your pulls. However, getting something to Legendary Plus is a little easier, especially if it's an A-tier hero, because you can use the Dream Realm tokens to get yourself the right soul fragments that you want to focus on. So that's what we're going to do here. Now, I'm going to start off, I'm not going to do this in any particular order. I'm going to do my top 5 heroes to get to Legendary Plus. The first of which for me is really easy, because I've only just recently done this, and the sort of the difference that I felt in my gameplay has been incredible. So we're going to start off with the first hero that I think works really well at Legendary Plus. And the reason we're talking about Legendary Plus right now is because that's when you unlock the hero focus, which can be upgraded to level 3. Doesn't require a huge amount of those, I think they're called, like, I don't know what they're called, like moon fragments or dream fragments or whatever they are. It doesn't require a huge amount of those little blue teardrop things. And it's quite easy to get it to level 3 if you have some of them saved up. The first one that I think becomes an absolute beast with the hero focus is Antandra. So the hero focus increases max HP, and you can increase it by up to 29% during battle. That is no small increase in HP. A very, very large increase in HP for Antandra, and it has made her much more effective as an off-tank for my Thoran composition. So I'm going to show you this in action right now. I'll do it versus this level 201 enemy. So this current difficulty is relatively high. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually just going to shove everything on the same side, and our bandit healer can do his thing. Have also got this. Let's try this. This might be much more effective. I'll put Smokey in the middle. Right. This will increase her physical defense and make her HP much more effective. She actually becomes much more effective with this relic because her physical HP goes up. She is dead now, but that's okay. Smokey has managed to get his ultimate off, so we just kind of need to get him to roll. This is what we like about having Odie at Mythic Plus, because he should be able to get... Oh, no, Odie. It happened, but a little bit too slow. Give me a second. I'm going to sort of move things around here. Do this, do this, do this. Maybe just if we focus on one side, it'll be a little bit easier. The other thing that we can do is use Star Shard, because there's a lot of high HP targets here, or we can use Iron Wall, but it is a lower level than some of my other ones. All right, so she's taunted and my Thoran is staying alive. So she's doing much better as like a side tank to Thoran over here. Yeah, this is going way, way better. I just had the positioning bit messed up. But she survived for ages there, but we'll be able to get a load of key ultimates off. So Odie's now popping off. So I've got Odie at Mythic Plus. You're going to see how insane Odie is at Mythic Plus, by the way. Boom, he gets another kill. Odie's now got 3 kills. Threshold reached, 4 kills, boom. Just needed to move things around there. But Antandra survived for ages in that situation, and she just becomes super effective compared to other off tanks because of that base HP increase. I'm just going to pause this for a second. So So that base HP increase was really good for me, and it's also helped me progress. And I will show you, I haven't progressed as far as I could today. What we're going to do is I'll just switch this back over to confining because there's a lot of backline that I don't really like here. Let's switch this up to make sure that we have Antandra there. Everyone just kind of sat around smoky like this. I kind of like it like that. That looks good. But I could auto battle this with Antandra now. She is going to be, she'll taunt people off Thoran as well. So she'll actually keep Thoran going. So Thoran's going to pop his ultimate. And she'll taunt people off in just a moment. 2 kills. You see, I could auto battle my way through loads of these stages right now. She just is such an effective frontline tank with this extra HP. She was dying far more frequently than before when I didn't have her to Legendary Plus. Legendary Plus has completely changed how I'm progressing. Now, that is also because I do have a Mythic Plus Odie. Let's put it into perspective. It's very easy for me to progress when I've got a Mythic Plus Odie. Well, that does bring me to my next hero that does really well at Legendary Plus is Odie himself. So Odie has got an attack speed increase as part of his hero focus. He gets an attack speed increase of 33 during battle, which is actually really good. Even if you don't have Odie at Mythic Plus, he still has a super high DPS increase by getting an attack speed steroid because he is all about attack speed. He is a single target focused character that at Legendary Plus will still be very, very viable in Dream Realm teams, especially if you don't have things like your Marilee very high or your Thoran very high. And Odie is generally going to be someone, as an A-tier hero, he's probably the best A-tier hero in the game, and so he's really, really important to focus on. So getting him to Legendary Plus, he has a really good hero focus. It massively increases his DPS, and it synergizes so unbelievably well with his exclusive weapon. I actually do need to start leveling up some of these exclusive weapons. I'm going to try and actually just get this to 5. There we go. Odie's so important that it's important. I think it's important to level up his exclusive weapon as well. I do need to get some more of these dream shots. I can actually probably upgrade some of these to some higher levels as well. But yeah. Really, really important to have Odie at Legendary Plus, and I'm just going to show you again in a moment. We'll do versus this level 200 enemy over here. Stone Thrower. Okay, I think I have used this before, but there we go. 10% of max HP damage. Right, so we're going to do the same thing here, same setup. Let's just see how it goes. I guess I just want to just use this like ASAP to hit as many people as possible. Again, Antandra tanking super nicely, this off tank over here. We do have someone that's kind of run in and tried to get Odie, but he does get saved by Smokey, and Antandra is still alive. I didn't realize I actually had a, what's it called? A barrel that I didn't use, but yes, this has been super easy. Antandra's still alive, which for most of my off tanks just never happens. And yeah, really super easy, super nice. That went really well. And talented tank. She's so good at Legendary Plus. She's one of the few heroes in the game that just does unbelievably well at Legendary Plus, which is super nice. Oh, I've got an upgrade. I just forged that. That's really annoying. I literally just forged those gloves, and I found an upgrade almost immediately. Okay, so those are the first 2. Let's talk about some more. The next one that I want to talk about is Vala. Now, if you have Vala and you're looking to get her to Mythic Plus, getting her to Legendary Plus is obviously just as important, but it is a really good hero focus to upgrade. There's a lot of hero focuses that are just basic stat upgrades, and they are good for certain heroes. Like, so for instance, like another one that is like okay is Leica, right? Leica has an attack speed increase, but it doesn't mean as much as Odie's attack speed increase because Leica's not a pure DPS carry, whereas Odie is all about how much damage he can do to single targets. However, hero focus with Vala is essentially she increases her attack by a flat percentage. She also gains 3% extra attack every time a non-summoned enemy is defeated. Now, for those of you that know how Vala plays, especially at Mythic Plus, she is all about snowballing. Vala wants to get the first kill, and then in her sort of shade form or her ghost form, she essentially wants to then clean up the rest of the battlefield really quickly. So having hero focus at Legendary Plus of Vala upgraded is extremely important because essentially you're going to get a flat attack speed increase. It synergizes incredibly well with her Night Maneuver, and then it synergizes even better with her Supreme Plus increase of Enhanced Force, which increases her damage against the marked target. All of her upgrades do exactly what you need to do with Vala. All of her upgrades synergize so incredibly well together that they are absolutely mandatory to upgrade. So obviously we want to get Vala to Mythic Plus. She's not actually that good at Legendary Plus alone, but her Legendary Plus upgrade is really important because it synergizes so well with the rest of her kit. So getting her to Legendary Plus, even if you don't have her at Mythic Plus, getting this attack speed increase, or this attack increase, is actually super nice because it is a big flat damage increase that can increase how quickly you kill a backline target. So she's not only good at Mythic Plus, she's actually relatively decent at Legendary Plus as well. And there aren't many Legendary Plus upgrades that are as important as this one. And I'm going to show you this in a battle now. We'll go to an AFK stage. We'll just change out, some of our stuff. So let's change out Antandra, and we'll go for Rowan, and so I like to change things up like this. We'll go for Rowan and this. We need to change to Iron Wolf spell, even though it's level 9, just because we only have one tank now. And then I'm going to show you with Vala. So Vala is now targeting. She will start to go pretty crazy in a moment, hopefully. Have an increase. We'll hopefully get a really nice ult off there. Come on, Vala, you can do it. And she jumps over. She gets a big crit of 159k in there. Now she's started to get the snowball going. She's going to run to the back line. You're going to see it in a minute. Huge damage on the back line, stuns them up. You'll see her get another stun, 141k. So she instantly blew up 2 backline targets. And although she's not going to do as much DPS as my Cecia, she's still really important for kind of eliminating those backline targets, and especially very important in PvP, because that's kind of what she's there to do in PvP. Most people run Vala as a backline threat in PvP. You either run a Vala comp, or you run a comp that's designed to deal with Vala, or you run the Iron comp, which is obviously very important. So she's very, very good for that regard. And I think she's another one that's really important to get to Legendary Plus if you're looking to kind of go all in on Vala as a particular hero. Right, a little bit different to Odie and Antandra. Odie's Legendary Plus upgrade is great in its own right. Antandra doesn't actually need Mythic Plus to be good. So, and Antandra's Mythic Plus is okay. It's good and it's nice, but this is the most important upgrade. Just getting that extra HP. It's just so good for what she does as a unit. Right, let's go on to the next one. Next one is actually Marilee. So, one second, my headset battery is running out of battery. Woo, here we go, back up. Next one is actually Marilee. I really like Marilee's Mythic Plus upgrade because she is, like, Marilee's primary use is in the Dream Realm, right? So getting her, if you don't have a comp that's sort of like got Mythics, or, you know, you're at that stage of free-to-play where you're kind of, Legendary Plus is kind of like a good rank up for you. For me, Legendary Plus is not that relevant because I have loads of Mythics. But for a lot of people, Legendary Plus is actually quite a good stage to be. And if you're looking to progress in Dream Realm to get extra rewards, having a Legendary Plus Marilee is going to help you massively because her crit damage boost goes up by a big amount, having her at Legendary Plus, which means when she crits, she's going to do more damage. And this can go up to 50 as part of her hero focus. So this is another really good Legendary Plus upgrade that's going to massively increase the damage output of Marilee. And obviously she gets even better at Mythic Plus, because essentially she can stack up her attack damage even higher, but it synergizes with her hero focus super well. Increasing her attack, increasing her crit rating, and increasing her crit damage boost is going to give her bigger and bigger crits, which is especially good versus single target. So that's why Marilee, I personally think, is fantastic, because she gets a really nice hero focus upgrade. I'm not going to show you a use of her because unfortunately she's not high enough ascendancy to fit into my current Dream Realm comps, because unfortunately ascendancy means a lot in terms of damage output, and Odie and Cecia right now are just better at damage output than Marilee for me. But once I get Marilee to Mythic Plus, she will be probably a core part of my Dream Realm teams. So she is another really good one to get to Legendary Plus, because her Legendary Plus upgrade is very strong and also increases her damage output by quite a lot versus single targets. And finally, the final hero I think is actually very good at Legendary Plus as well. I mean, Thoran is pretty good all the way through, but the reason I really love Thoran at Legendary Plus is his normal attacks and skills increase his energy recovery by 24%. His energy recovery is increased by an extra 6% when Resurrection is not triggered. So basically, for the first cast, you're going to get a 30% increase extra energy recovery, and it's obviously going to go up even up to 50% if you level this up all the way to 50. Why is that important? Because Soul Retaliation is an absolutely insane ultimate. He charges up for some time, dealing 200% damage plus 180% of damage received during the charge. He also gains 20% life drain, and Thoran is unaffected while casting this skill. So essentially, And also level 3 of this upgrade is a main. The Thoran soul will complete the slash if his skin is interrupted, which is fantastic. So if he dies, he still completes the slash, which is actually great. Like level 3 of this is very fantastic, very, very good. But this is great because essentially you want Thoran to be able to cast as early into the battle as physically possible, because you want him to start charging, and you want him to be able to get that cast going before he dies, because essentially you want him to get as much of that charge off as you can. Now, at equal levels, you'll find that Thoran will get the full charge off. Obviously, versus higher level targets, you'll find that becomes a bit more of an issue. I'll see if I can find... we're going to go into a storyline here. So let's go into another AFK battle, right? We'll show you here. I'm going to go back to my slightly better Antandra comp, which means we can go back to Confining Spell. Or to be honest with you, could also use Enlightening Spell, Awakening Spell. But yeah, well, watch it here. So... Thoran is going to get... Look at how quickly his energy comes through here, right? He goes straight into charge, and you want him charging for as long as possible, but he manages to get the charge off whilst taking a load of damage there. But you want him to get that charging as quickly as possible, because you want him to deal... absorb as much damage as possible before the ultimate gets cancelled or he dies, and B, you want him to deal as much damage as possible to help snowball things like Odie and Cessia. So... really, really important, I think, to have Thoran at Legendary Plus, because it's a really nice Legendary Plus upgrade. And those are my top 5 heroes to hit Legendary Plus. They're also heroes that are going to help you in either PvP or AFK progress. And I think in general, just very, very strong things to aim for, because a lot of Legendary Plus upgrades aren't actually that impactful. But those ones that I've selected, I think, are very, very impactful. There is a special mention to Cessia. Cessia kind of has a pretty solid Legendary Plus upgrade. Essentially, she gains attack speed, and then she gains an extra 9 attack speed while Mr. Carlisle is in the battlefield. That is no small thing. Essentially, it's going to allow her to charge her ultimate faster. The big thing with Cessia is that she needs the energy to get her ultimate out as quickly as possible. So increasing her attack speed will increase her energy recovery, which is very good. But frankly, I don't think you need Cessia at Legendary Plus. I think she's still good at any rank. I think Cessia is great for PvE progress pretty much at any rank. You obviously want to just ascend her anyway, because if she's going to be a primary DPS, that's important. But for the most part, you know, I think the 5 that I've selected are probably a bit more impactful overall, just in terms of what they can do for you individually once they reach that rank. So yeah, hopefully that's been useful for you guys. And if you enjoyed the content, feel free to let me know. I'll see you soon.